Good morning, folks. We are going to get out of here and do some fishing. It's going to be a short fishing trip. We're down here at the steam plant. So we're going to see what we can find lurking in the waters down here and cast over by the bridge here. I'll show you everything once we get down there. I'm just going to flip it around and go now. Boom. All right, going in the pocket. I apologize for the shakiness, if there is any. Right now we're just tying on a small rig so that we can get something caught. To throw on the big line. So right now I'm just doing essentially two loop knots on the same line. I know it sounds a bit excessive, but I have found it to be an extremely effective method of getting these to sit the way they need to be if you're skating them across the front of skipjack, herring, or even white bass. So once you get this all passed through here, you'll have two knots that look like that. Two identical knots. Boom, sorry for the paint on my hands and apparently on my phone from earlier. But just trim that off. And then you want to throw yourself on. You can either do something like this paddle tail here. I don't particularly care for paddle tails, it's just my personal preference. But then you could also go with your typical gulp live minnows here. I like to go the smaller route. But kind of double up your chances of catching a fish here. You just pop two of these on with rather small hooks, and cast it out and drift it down. I'm in hunting down some big cats out here, but the biggest thing they love, from what I've seen, is going to be the skipjack herring. So that's what we're going to hunt for. One of the biggest fish down here actually was caught, I believe, on a chunk of skipjack. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hunt it down and see if we can find anything in the next hour or so. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and reel this bad boy in. And I'll get back to y'all when we're down at the spot.